Have you ever wondered what keeps your brain safe? Think about it. Your brain is the super important command center for your entire body. It's soft and squishy, kind of like jelly. If it just rattled around inside your hard, bony skull every time you jumped, ran, or even just nodded your head, it could get damaged very easily. That would be a big problem. Your brain needs some serious protection, like a superhero needs a suit of armor or a race car driver needs a helmet. It's one of the most vital organs you have, controlling your thoughts, your memories, and every single move you make. So, how does your body solve this problem? It uses a brilliant, multi-layered defense system. First, you have your skull, which is like a hard, bony helmet that provides the first line of defense against bumps and knocks from the outside world. But the protection doesn't stop there. Underneath the bone, your brain has its own special bodyguards. These aren't tiny people running around, but a set of 3 amazing, thin membranes that wrap around your brain and spinal cord. These layers are called the meninges, and they are absolutely essential for keeping your brain happy and healthy. The word meninges might sound a little strange, but it's just the scientific name for these protective coverings. Imagine you're wrapping a very precious gift. You wouldn't just put it in a box, would you? You might wrap it in tissue paper first, then maybe some bubble wrap, and then put it in a sturdy box. Your body does something very similar for your brain. The meninges act like that tissue paper and bubble wrap, providing soft, cushioning layers between the delicate brain tissue and the hard skull. This system is designed to absorb shock and prevent your brain from banging against the bone. These layers work together as a team to create a safe and stable environment where your brain can do its incredibly important job without interruption. They hold the brain in place, protecting it from sudden movements and impacts that are a normal part of everyday life. From the toughest outer layer to the most delicate inner layer, each part of the meninges has a specific role to play in this fantastic feat of biological engineering. So let's get ready to dive in and explore these incredible layers that act as your brain's personal security detail, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Let's meet the first and toughest of these layers, the Dura mater. The name literally means tough mother in Latin, and that's a perfect description. This is the outermost layer, located right under your skull. It's thick, leathery, and incredibly strong, acting like a durable, heavy-duty bag that encloses the entire brain. The Dura mater is made of 2 layers of tissue that are pressed closely together. Its main job is to provide a rigid protective barrier and to keep the brain securely anchored inside the skull so it doesn't slosh around too much. It's the first line of soft tissue defense. Next up, just beneath the Dura mater, we find the Arachnoid mater. Its name comes from the Greek word for spider, and when you look at it, you can see why. This middle layer has a delicate, web-like appearance. It consists of a thin, transparent membrane that covers the brain, but it doesn't dip into all the little folds and grooves. From this membrane, tiny, wispy fibers like strands from a spider's web reach down to the layer below. This creates a space between the arachnoid matter and the next layer, which is very important, as we'll see soon. It acts as a bridge, connecting the tough outer layer to the delicate inner one. Finally, we arrive at the pia mater. This name means tender mother, and it's the most delicate layer of all. The pia mater is a very thin, almost transparent membrane that clings tightly to the surface of the brain, following every single bump, fold, and groove. You can't separate it from the brain without damaging the brain tissue itself. This layer is rich with tiny blood vessels, arteries, and veins that are responsible for bringing blood to and from the brain tissue. The pia mater is the final gentle hug that keeps the brain surface safe and provides it with the vital nutrients it needs to function. So, you have the tough mother, Dura, on the outside, providing strength. In the middle, you have the spider web-like layer, Arachnoid, creating a special space. And on the inside, you have the tender mother, Pia, gently covering the brain's surface and nourishing it. Each layer is different, but they all work together in perfect harmony. From tough and rugged to soft and delicate, this 3-layer system, the meninges, forms a complete and wonderfully effective shield for your brain and spinal cord, proving that teamwork makes the dream work. Now, what about that special space we mentioned, the one under the arachnoid mater? That area, called the subarachnoid space, isn't empty. It's filled with a special, clear, watery liquid called cerebrospinal fluid, or CSF for short. Your brain and spinal cord are literally floating in this fluid. Think of an object in a jar of water. If you shake the jar, the object moves around gently instead of slamming against the glass. The CSF does the same thing for your brain. It acts as a liquid cushion, or a shock absorber, protecting your brain from jarring movements and sudden impacts. This amazing fluid does more than just cushion your brain. Because the brain is floating in CSF, it feels much lighter than it actually is. An adult brain weighs about 1.4 kilograms, or 3 pounds, but suspended in cerebrospinal fluid, it feels like it only weighs about 25 grams, less than an ounce. This buoyancy, or the ability to float, is incredibly important. It reduces the pressure at the base of your brain and prevents its own weight from crushing the nerve connections and blood vessels that are located there. It's like being in a swimming pool. You feel lighter in the water, and your brain gets to feel that way all the time. But wait, there's more. The cerebrospinal fluid also acts as a delivery and waste removal system. The CSF circulates all around your brain and spinal cord, delivering important nutrients like glucose, proteins, and lipids to the nerve cells. Just like you need food to have energy, your brain cells need these nutrients to communicate and do their jobs properly. As your brain cells work, they also produce waste products. The CSF is there to pick up this waste and carry it away, helping to keep the brain's environment clean and healthy. This fluid is constantly being produced deep inside the brain in special chambers called ventricles. It flows around the brain and spinal cord and is then reabsorbed back into the bloodstream. Your body makes about 500 milliliters, or about 2 full cups, of new CSF every single day. This continuous circulation ensures that your brain is always cushioned, clean, and well-fed. It's a brilliant, self-contained plumbing and protection system that works silently and tirelessly to keep your command center in perfect working order. Without CSF, your brain couldn't survive. Just like a car needs fuel to run, your brain needs a constant supply of energy to think, learn, and control your body. The brain's main fuels are oxygen and a type of sugar called glucose. Where does it get them? From your blood. An incredible network of blood vessels, coming from the pia mater and going deep into the brain tissue, delivers this essential fuel. Your brain is incredibly hungry. Even though it only makes up about 2% of your body's weight, it uses a whopping 20% of all the oxygen and glucose your body takes in. That's a lot of energy for one organ. This is why having a constant, uninterrupted flow of blood to the brain is so critical. Your brain doesn't have a way to store its fuel, so it needs a fresh supply every single second of every single day. If the blood flow to the brain is stopped, even for just a few seconds, brain cells can start to get damaged. This shows just how hard your brain is working, even when you're asleep. The blood not only brings in the good stuff, oxygen and glucose, but also helps carry away waste products, like carbon dioxide, keeping the brain's environment perfectly balanced for optimal performance. So, with all this protection and fuel, what does the brain actually do? It acts as command central. It receives a constant stream of information from your body and the world around you. Your eyes send signals about what you see. Your ears send signals about what you hear, and nerves in your skin send signals about what you touch. The brain processes all this information in a fraction of a second. It figures out what the information means and decides how the body should respond. It's the ultimate supercomputer, managing countless tasks at once. Based on this information, the brain sends out commands to the rest of your body. It tells your muscles to move so you can walk, run, or pick up a book. It controls your heart rate, your breathing, and your digestion without you even having to think about it. All these systems, the bony skull, the 3-layered meninges, the cushioning cerebrospinal fluid, and the rich blood supply, work together as one incredible team. They ensure your brain is protected, nourished, and ready to be the amazing control center that makes you, you.